families, to my esteemed colleagues and administrators, and to you, mes chers élèves, my dear students, the class of 2024. Most of you know me as the French teacher, or perhaps the teacher that is always speaking French to everyone on campus. But a lot of you also know me as advisor, dorm parent, club advisor, chaperone, and maybe general information specialist, as I am frequently asked questions for which I genuinely have no context or answer, but I appreciate that you would think that I know them. It is an honor and a privilege to have the opportunity to speak with you today at your graduation, and so I'd like to begin by saying thank you. Your diplôme that you will receive today is the key to unlocking your first door to the future, college, l'université, and beyond. As you reflect on what your diploma means to you, I have a few takeaways, or some mots sages, if you will, that I'd like for you to consider. First, find your passion. I don't say it to be cliche, or because that's what you say in a graduation speech. I say it because I mean it, du fond de mon coeur, from the bottom of my heart. Do the things that excite you, that energize you, that make you feel happy, and that motivate you to be your best self. I knew early in my life that I wanted to work with people, and I also knew that I wanted to speak French all the time. While there are many avenues I could have taken, I was drawn to teaching so strongly, and I've never looked back. There are very few words that can accurately describe the impact that my students have had on my life, and for that I will be forever grateful. Every day that I come to work, I get to share my passions with my students. And I think most of you at some point have engaged in some kind of conversation with me in French, either by your choice or because I forced it on you. Sorry. But I greet people with bonjour, ça va, or salut all the time, and I don't discriminate. Students, faculty, families. I'm thrilled to share that with you, even if you don't speak French. And when you respond back to me with as much or as little, or maybe no French at all, it energizes me, because those moments are a gift. It is a fabulous way for me to connect with you and become a part of your SEM experience. Isn't that what this is all about? Living an experience together, one that makes each of us stronger, wiser, and more confident in who we are and in what we do. As teachers, we love talking about how much our students have grown over their time with us. However, I don't know that we talk enough about how you help us to grow. To my French students out there, how many times have you said, Madame, how do you say, and my response is, I don't know, let's look it up. A shout out to my advisees. Without you, I'd know practically nothing about the pop culture phrases of how all of you communicate with each other. We've had some good laughs this year as I've tried to understand them. To my dorm residents, thank you for reminding me that keeping extra buttons, safety pins, snacks, silverware, and laundry detergent are essential to life in the dorms. To all the performing artists, you've boosted my love and appreciation for the beauty of music, dance, and the fine arts through all of your superb performances and showcases. To the athletes, thank you for answering all of the questions that I have about what is happening on the field. I know better how to be a good fan and not just someone who cheers along with the crowd. Maybe these seem like small, insignificant moments, but they've really had the greatest impact on me in my time here. Second, be confident about who you are and where you come from. Embrace your identity and your individuality, and don't be afraid to forge your own path. Don't be afraid to be you everywhere you go. Each of you is unique in who you are and what you can do. Don't lose it. You will be challenged. You will face adversity. And in those moments, you will look for the courage to stand up for what you believe in. Trust that you have the tools in your toolbox and that you're ready. Simone de Beauvoir was a well-known existential philosopher, activist, feminist, and intellectual in post-war France. And she is regarded as a pioneer in the feminist movement. A woman who certainly faced challenges in her life and career, she is known for once saying, J'accepte la grande aventure d'être moi. I accept the great adventure of being me. Let's think about that for a second. You are leading your own adventure. You are embarking on this new journey in a new place with so many possibilities. You are now going your own way. Trust yourself to make the best decisions for you. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes, and you can always fall back on your people, whoever they are and wherever they are. The relationships you forged at SEM with your people will always provide a backdrop that supports your successes and also, yes, your failures. What do we say here all the time? It's not about the mistake or the defeat. It's about what you do afterward that tells us, and more importantly, tells you who you are and what you can do. Third, and lastly, I promise, no regrets. We live one life at a time, and we have to make the most of it. So no matter who or where we are or what we're doing, go full throttle. Take risks, make mistakes, go on that trip, join a new club, meet up with an old friend, make amends with someone. Don't look back and say, oh, I wish I would have, because you don't have time for that. But listen carefully, because that also means that you need to be okay with the choices that you make and the path you create, knowing that you did what you needed to be there. Each time we reach the proverbial fork in the road, we stand a chance to hesitate on which way we should go. Knowing that you're missing something by going one way doesn't mean that you should regret choosing it. In my French honors class this year, my students did a little mini study of Édith Piaf and her musical career. Another strong woman with great fame and notoriety in France. She was famous for romanticizing the trials and difficulties of her life in some of her internationally known songs, like La vie en rose, which means life in rose, and Je ne regrette rien, which means I don't regret anything. I was inspired by some lyrics in Je ne regrette rien. Non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. Ni le bien qu'on m'a fait, ni le mal, tout ça m'est bien égal. Translation: no, nothing at all. No, I don't regret anything. Neither the good that has happened to me, nor the bad. It's all the same to me. Let those words float around in your head for a bit, because they're powerful. The music accompaniment to her lyrics is full of emotion, conviction, purpose. She knew who she was and recognized that all of her experiences made her that way, and her public, her audiences, loved her for it. I think we can all look back on our lives and realize that every choice that we've made has landed us here today, and every choice that we make will guide our way to the future. Okay, mes chers élèves, it's time to go. It's time to say goodbye. Well, no. It's time to say à la prochaine, until the next time. Goodbye can be too finite, too closing, and that's not what it means to be a Wyoming Seminary alumnus. Our doors are always open to you. Our campus is always your campus. I've truly come to appreciate Maya Angelou for saying, I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. So if in 24 years from now, you happen to be thinking about or reminiscing on this day, you probably won't remember anything that I said, and that's okay. But I sincerely hope that you remember how you feel today, that you feel proud, that you feel loved, and that you feel accomplished. Today, I began this speech with a thank you, and I will also close it with a thank you. Thank you for inspiring me. Thank you for accepting me. Thank you for laughing with me. And thank you for sharing your lives with me. You've left an indelible mark on my life and on the lives of those around you. Now go, be you. Congratulations, and à la prochaine.